What is going on YouTube? Lamont on the run today. We're walking around this Walmart here in Burleson, Texas. I'm waiting for my tires to get changed, putting a lot of miles on tires, you know, things like that. Gotta get an oil change and a couple of headlights. But anyways, enough about that. Let's get into this story. So this is 45-year-old Melissa Sloan. Okay, interesting looking woman. Yeah. Very peculiar looking, even more so than me. And the reason why today we're talking about Melissa Sloan is because she was barred from attending her children's Christmas play performance. So 45-year-old Melissa Sloan was at her kids' school function. They were in a play doing a whole Christmas thing. And some of the officials at the school, they tapped her on the shoulder. They said, hey, look, you're a fine parent. We think you're doing a tremendous job raising your children. But we're going to have to ask you if you could leave the performance and watch outside through a window. So this self-described tattoo addict has over 800 tattoos on her body, on her entire body. And this woman, she lives in Wales, so she lives on the other side of the pond. So this is not an American story. And she's upset because she was kicked out of her children's performance, so she couldn't see them perform in the Christmas play. And now she's kind of raising a big stink about it. So here's the thing. You got to realize, and she's 45, so she knows better. You got to realize that when you have children and you raise them, they're a reflection of you. So your mental illness or whatever it is that's wrong with you, because obviously there's something very, very wrong with this woman. There's something wrong with this woman, and she chose, instead of addressing her mental health or the crisis or whatever it is that she was going through, she chose to do that to her face and her body. And her kids have to be seen with this tattooed faced weirdo. This is a perfect example of a selfish human being. Because you're crazy. It seems to me that you're doing anything in your power to make your children crazy just like you. I understand getting tattoos. Hell, you could have got your whole neck done, and I wouldn't have cared. But when you start tattooing your face like the way you are, yeah, I mean, it's one thing to get a few tattoos on your face, and even then I'm like accepting. I'm like, all right, whatever. But when you do that to your body, and you are labeled a freak, because she is a freak, and then you're toting your kids around, and then they're gonna have to hear from their friends them making fun of their mother. Do you really think your kids like being bullied in school because their mother is a weirdo? I don't think so. I mean, talk about a selfish human being. Couldn't you wait to destroy your body after your kids left your flat, or whatever it is they call it over there? Your flat, an apartment, whatever you live in? Did you really have to do that to yourself and have to subject your children to being made fun of and to be mocked and bullied? And I don't want to hear anything about, people shouldn't be bullied anymore. Let's kill that noise, okay? We don't live in some kind of a paradise society. No, when there's freaks out there, people point and laugh, and that's just the way it is. Now, if this woman didn't have any kids, I wouldn't care less. I don't care what you do to yourself. If you want to tattoo your face and be a freak, go ahead and do it. If you want to tattoo your face and be a freak with kids, go ahead and do it. But you got to understand, when you go to the extent that this woman, what used to look like a woman, has done to herself, she's going to take her mental anguish, her mental instability, and reflect that right on her kids. I hope that I'm wrong, and I hope that her kids grow up to be somewhat kind of normal, well-adjusted adults. But when you do weirdo stuff like that, when you do things like that to yourself, you really got to think, what are my kids gonna have to go through in school to be like bullied and to be, you know, people making fun of their mother, and then the kids start getting into fist fights because they're laughing at their mother, and next thing you know, your son is in prison for 4 years for stabbing somebody in the face at a bar because they made a joke about how ridiculous and buffoonish and clownish your mother looks. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. I usually come in to buffets and get soup. Diet's not going well, but it will as soon as I get things settled down. By the way, if you're ever in Burleson, Texas, on Wilshire Boulevard, this Chinese buffet, I had the best menudo I've ever had at this buffet. I've had the best menudo. Might want to come check it out. I know they don't have any now, but it was phenomenal. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Peace out.